another day to make it happen. So today I want to talk a little bit about spreading yourself too thin. Okay, spreading yourself too thin. So there's two different types of people. There's the people that are spreading themselves too thin, and then there are the people that you're probably not taking on enough. So I'm not talking to the ones that are not taking on enough, but I'm talking to the ones right now that are, I don't want to use the word over ambitious because I don't like that word, right? I think everybody should be ambitious. Everybody should think bigger. Everybody needs to go more. Everybody should 10x whatever it is that you're doing, that you're feeling, that you want. But in order to get to that 10x, in order to get to that ambition, where are you placing your ambition? And I think that there's too many people that are over ambitious in too many departments, right? Being over ambitious in one place is not an issue. But if you're being over ambitious because you want to blow this up and you want to blow that up and you have all these things going on, then that ambition may actually come back to bite you, where it's like you think you're going faster because you have more things going on, but the reality is you actually just have a little bit from more, right? It's a little bit from more. Those little bits never really get too good. It never really gets too big. It never really explodes. It's just there. But the one thing that you focus on that can really 10x, that can really exponentiate if you put your energy into it. And sometimes I think, especially for the ambitious ones, sometimes we forget and we're trying to take on all these things. Now, I understand that there's things that you can't leave. There are responsibilities as a parent. There's responsibilities as a partner, as a spouse. There's responsibilities in life that sometimes, not sometimes, but you just need to make sure that you handle in your life. So I'm not telling you to not do certain things that you need to, but there's a lot of times that we're spending energy, we're spending time, we're spending mind power into the wrong places. So pay attention to these things on where you're spreading your time and where are you spreading your money, where are you spreading your investment, where are you spreading your mind power, where are you spreading your creative juices, where are you spreading your energy. These are the things that are all finite. Everybody only has a certain amount that you can give, that you can inject into your project, into your life. So if you can't give a lot to something, think about the logic and the math on that. How does it grow? You know what I mean? If you have 10 pots of plants and you only have one jug of water, but it takes a jug of water to grow the plant, how do you take one jug and split it among 10 plants? All you're gonna have is 10 plants that need more water, right? In the picture of it, it looks good that you have the 10 plants. Hey, I got 10 plants, man. I got 10 projects. I got 10 anything. But really, all you have done is that you have 10 plants that are about to die, or 10 plants that you can just keep afloat and keep to survive. But if you took the jug of water and you poured it all into your one plant, then that plant can succeed and that plant can grow, right? And I think that this simple, basic concept is something that a lot of people miss because the allure of so many things that come to us it makes us want to go somewhere else. It makes you want to do something else. And if you're in a place where you're a little bit stagnant, or it's not growing the way that you want to, you're not growing at the speed that you want to, the answer isn't about getting another plant, taking on another project. You're attracted to another project, you're attracted to another thing, is because you're not growing in your thing. You're not growing yourself. That's why it's stagnating. The money's not coming in more because you're not pouring in more. Now, granted, if you have assessed and figured out that, hey, you know what? The vehicle that I'm in right now, it can't take me to the promised land. Okay, cool. Now you need a side gig. Now you need another business, etc. Right? But I'm talking about, you know what you want to do, and the potential of what you're involved in, your business, it can be insane. Then why are we watering so many plants? Why are we trying to water and have so many lawns? Right? The saying goes, the grass isn't greener on the other side. The grass is green where you water the grass, right? Where you take care of your lawn, where you take care of the landscape. That's where it's going to be green. That's where it's going to be good. Too many people got too many pots, too many lawns, too many plants, but only one jug of water. Can't water them all. Got dying plants running around trying to figure this thing out. So don't be over ambitious in too many projects. Be over ambitious, or not over ambitious, be super ambitious in your one project, in the thing that's going to take you there. Focus on that one thing, okay? And this is, now again, if you're right now in the place where you're trying to seek the ambition, then this message might not be for you. I'm talking to the ones that they're trying to take on a lot. They're trying to do all these things. But once you start pulling away your mind power, your focus, that's where you're not going to be able to grow. See, if you growing and you being focused in what you do, your mind is on it, your energy is flowing into it, and let's say that you can grow by 10% next year, or let's say 20% next year. The energy that you put in to something else, that little bit, if you put it into the same project that you're working on right now, and the little bit of energy that you put into another lawn, pot, plant, whatever we're talking about, but you put it into your main thing, now it doesn't just grow by 20%, 10%. It starts multiplying. You're not adding, you're multiplying. That's how it works. That's how you got to do it. If you pay attention to a lot of people that are very, very successful, it's because they're successful at one thing. Now, I know you may see and think, you know what? Well, so-and-so has 14 companies. So-and-so, Elon Musk, he's got Tesla, he's got SpaceX, he's got Solar City, whatever other projects that he has going on, and I'm sure there's a lot of projects, right? But you remember, or think about it, he's also, at any given point, one of the wealthiest people in the world. So he's not a startup. He's not limited mind, limited time, limited money, limited energy. He's like, buy as much energy as he needs, buy as much time as he needs, buy the most best minds that are out there, buy the best talent. So let's go and get the best engineers for SpaceX. Let's go get the best minds for Solar City. Let's go get the best developers. Let's go get the best of everything for Tesla. So you can't compare to some of the people that are way ahead, right? It's not an apples to apples comparison. You have to be and see where you're at in your career right now, in your business right now. And yes, once you blow that thing up and you have the commodity of money, and instead of blowing your money on something stupid, and you can go invest into something else that doesn't take away too much time from you, that you need to pour into your main thing, now you can create this extra stream of income without spreading yourself too thin. I hope this makes sense. But many people are seeing on social media, and you see celebrities and you see successful business people with so many ventures. Well, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and I'm into music, and I got my own fashion line, and we got our own liquor, and you know, we're renting luxury villas, and we're in the tech. We're doing these other things. It's because they're able to deploy resources. They're able to hire other people. Every time you scale, you got to hire, right? You're either going to hire more minds, hire more time, which is going to cost you more money, or you got to go do it yourself. So you got to take from your main thing to go give to your startup, right? Does it make sense? And what's the ROI on that? Or do you just keep watering the grass that's already beginning to get green or is already green, and you want it to get greener, you want it to grow faster, and from there, boom, then you can go siphon it all out. Yeah, and that's not to mention all the times where you go somewhere else and you lose the money, and you lose the time, and you lose the energy, and you lose the focus. Now you got to come back here. Now your main thing becomes a startup again, because it was already starting up. You had it going, a little bit of momentum, took your foot off the gas, and you're going over here. Now you're back to square one. You're back to a startup again. So the energy, the focus, you can't let the focus go somewhere else if you want to explode your deal, if you want to explode your business. Your focus is so important, your mind power. To be able to be great at what you do, your mind has to go into thinking about what you do. It's called caring, and it's called creativity. People that think about their business all the time, they have all these creative ideas on how they can market differently, on how we can connect with people in a different way, in a new way. How can I do things and be innovative? How can I get cutting edge? This type of creative juice only comes because you're thinking about it. It's hard to get the creative juice going when you're only here a little bit, then you're here a little bit, then you hear a little bit. You have no creative juices because in your mind, it's like, I gotta go here, I gotta go there, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I'll see you later. It never marinates for you to start seeing it. But if you're focused on your deal, you're focused on what you're doing starts moving very slow. And I don't mean slow as in growth. I mean slow as in, it's like slow motion. You can see all the things that are happening, and you can see all the reasons why things are not happening. And now it's like, how do I start plugging these holes? How do I get better at what I do? How do I make my team better? How do I make my people better? And it's all slow. It's operating in slow-mo, and you get to just scan through it and figure out what is it that I got to do. And you start getting creative. That's how, it's like, how does all this stuff happen? It's because they're focused on that thing. They're focused on their project, right? And you won't get overly tired. You won't be dropping the ball. Those are the symptoms. What are the symptoms? The symptoms are, if you're spreading yourself too thin, it's when you start dropping the ball. You start forgetting about things that you were supposed to do that were important. You start missing important emails, meetings, conversations. When you start forgetting these things. Really stressed. Really tired. It's like, man, I'm so tired. Man, I'm really stressed out. You're forgetting to eat. You're dropping the ball. These are the signs that possibly you're spread too thin. Now, I don't want to make an excuse for people that are disorganized and can't manage their time. That's a whole different topic that we're going to talk about. But if you can't manage your time properly, then you're probably going to miss meetings, forget things, etc. You're not using, we did the training on time management, on how to use your calendar properly, right? If you don't know how to say no to certain things, to certain people, to certain events, you don't know how to prioritize properly, this is not an excuse. This is not an excuse. If you're disorganized and you're missing things and you're not seeing things, you're not doing things, it's not an excuse. I'm talking about, as an entrepreneur, time management is important. You're working on that. You're developing that talent, or not talent, that skill. You're working on your prioritizing the things that you need to prioritize, right? You're working on time management, on organization, on all these things, or you have systems or things in place to cover these bases. Now that that's done, then are you spread too thin? Are these things happening? Are you still dropping the ball? Do you feel a lack of creative juice? Are you still tired? Are you still missing important meetings? Are you still missing the important emails? You ever had that thing where it's like, someone said to you, it's like, if you care so much about this, and this is the thing that's going to take you to the next level or whatever, how do you not do that? And it's almost like you look at yourself, it's like, yeah, how do I not do that? And I'll tell you what it is. It's a lack of focus. That's it. Your mind is somewhere else. Maybe not on another business, but maybe on another guy, maybe on another girl, maybe on having fun, maybe on a trip, maybe on something else, maybe on drama, a family issue, personal issue, I don't know, maybe it's on the summertime, whatever it is. But if you said, man, if I only did this, I would double up. If I only did this, I wouldn't have to work as hard. I could get my mom that house. I could do this thing. I could X, Y, Z for my family. So then why don't you do it? Why don't you do it? And if you look at yourself and you say, yeah, why don't I do it? Because I can do it. The reason why we don't do it and people don't do it is because they're not focused. Spread too thin in the mind, spread too thin with the energy, spread too thin with the money. Trying to invest into the business, but also trying to invest into sneakers, trying to invest into PS5, trying to invest into new this and new that, trying to invest into too many things when you got to invest into your main thing, right? I'll just say it, man. I don't know how people do it. It's hard. It's hard to have 7 whys. It's hard to have. It sounds nice, right? Now you gotta remember 7 stories, right? Now you gotta remember 7 names. So focus on your main thing and get your main thing so big, exploding so much that it can give you all the things that you need, and then take that and then start finding other ways of then creating more income that doesn't take a lot from you. Now you're starting to be a boss. Now you're doing it right. Don't spread yourself too thin. Don't listen to those other people. And just because someone else has 2, 3, 4, 5 businesses and you want to do the same thing too, stay in your lane. Do what you do. If you're already doing good, keep at it. Stay at it. More fuel to the fire. Foot on the pedal. All right, guys? That's the message today. Don't spread yourself too thin. I hope this helps you out. Share it, like it, get it to more people, because I'm telling you, this is what it is. This is my truth. This is what it is. All right, let's get out there. It's Thursday. It's warm out. So let's get to the people. Let's get to the market. Let's crush it. Let's go. Come on. I'll talk to you guys later. We out.